Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you our Greece vacation. In this video, we went to Rhodes and Symi. Old Town Rhodes is a glorious mixture of Byzantine, Turkish and Italian architecture. The Street of the Knights was home from the 14th century to the Knights Hospitaller who ruled Rhodes. It is hailed as one of Europe's best preserved medieval streets. From the outside, this magnificent castle-like palace looks much as it did when erected by the 14th century Knights Hospitaller. The building has rectangular plan shaped around a central courtyard. Today, the Grand Master's Palace has the function of museum. Visitors can admire the restored magnificent halls of the palace as well as the remarkable floor mosaics of the late Hellenistic period. The clock tower is the highest point of the old town of Rhodes. A steep wooden staircase leads to the top. This is the view from the clock tower. The Old Town Central Commercial and Residential District is known as the Hora. Having acquired its current appearance following the Ottomans' takeover of 1522, it's also called the Turkish Quarter. The Jewish Quarter is an enclave of narrow lanes in the Old Town. The original core of these ruins was probably erected in the 11th century, but after the reconquest of the Rhodes by the Knights, the Byzantine church was reconstructed and took the form of a three-aisled Gothic basilica with transept. Mandraki is one of the three harbors in Rhodes. It is famous because it is believed that the great statue of Colossus, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, once stood at the harbor entrance. Today, two deers mark the entrance where the Colossus once stood. The medieval windmills were used to ground the grain that came from the commercial ships docking in the harbor. The beach at Anthony Quinn Bay is one of the most beautiful beaches on Rhodes. The waters owe their emerald color to the lush green vegetation which surrounds the beach. Welcome to Lindos. With its timeless acropolis atop Silvered Hill and sugar cube houses, your first glimpse of the ancient village of Lindos is guaranteed to steal your breath away. A short, steep footpath climbs the rocky 116-meter-high headland above the village to reach Lindos' beautiful preserved acropolis. On the summit are the ruins of the goddess Athena Lindia, temples from the 4th century BC, the great Hellenistic Stoa, and the Byzantine chapel of St. John. Silhouetted against the blue sky, the stark pillars are dazzling. This cool, magical landscape is a real oasis on a hot temperature. You can walk through 186-meter-long and very narrow dark tunnel to get to the lake, if you are adventurous enough. The tunnel leads to the water of Seven Springs and River Lutanis. The Lake of Seven Springs is also suitable for swimming. Monastery of St. Nicholas Pantokli. Along a small road setting in the woods, you can visit the Monastery of Nikolaos Pantokli. It is a Byzantine chapel from the Middle Ages. The beautiful island of Symi. Our ferry from Rhodes' first stop is the monastery. We stopped here for an hour, enough to see the abbey. Our second stop is St. George Bay. Only accessible by boat, this is wonderful bay to swim and admire the beautiful turquoise blue water. Symi has a long tradition of both sponge diving and shipbuilding and is mentioned in the Iliad as sending ships to assist Agamemnon on his siege to Troy. My first view of Gallios is unforgettable, with its neoclassical biscuit buildings gathered around what is perhaps the world's prettiest harbor. Make sure to try the island's celebrated shrimp. Searching for a good spot to take photos, I wouldn't recommend you to go up this hill. We went up to the village, but still the best view is on the harbor itself. These are some of the photos we took on the top. This is our Rhodes trip, and I hope you enjoy watching. Keep safe. Bye bye. Look at this one.
And Squid Games too.